Whoop whoop. Big stream, let's go.
Not that anyone watches these days.
You had quite the audience at Nürburgring.
Yeah, wasn't bad. You definitely like can't take a break if you stream regularly and then you just stop for a bit. You just lose everything.
Yeah. Like, I think on average I get about the same 3 to 4 people that drop by every now and then when I stream. But like, I used to stream the Iron Man TT game when it first came out, like every single day pretty much when I got back from college and stuff. And I was like, got to a point where I was averaging like 20 to 25 viewers.
Nice.
Yeah, it was decent, but yeah, goddamn, I had to put a grind in. It was horrendous. Then I'd take a break for like a day, 2 days, come back, and you're back down to 5. You're like, what?
Yeah.
What? So I sort of stopped trying. I just sort of stream now if anyone just fancies watching along. That's the line.
I know, right? Doesn't get much better.
You have one hell of a marker ahead of you, by the way.
Yeah, I'm not keeping up with that. I'd like to.
Try not to keep up. Well, try not to catch, but try to keep the gap as little as possible from like expanding, if you get what I mean.
Yep.
Sorry to disturb you.
Okay.
We have a spectator password, and Selena's not replying to me because she's AFK or something.
I will message you it now.
And can you? Good luck. Bye.
Cheers, bye. Whoops.
I'm back. Sorry, I had a little phone call again.
Alright, no worries.
That one outlap that you did is actually a really decent first lap.
Yeah, it felt good.
And you had race fuel on as well. Are you chilling for a bit until after the driver briefing?
I guess so. Yeah.
Okay.
I've done a lap. I'm happy.
Fair enough.
I'm just sorting out some on Discord.
No worries.
Is there anything that I need to do?
I mean, not really. I think the tire pressures are still alright. The temperatures haven't changed, have they? No. So, tire pressures are fine.
Cool.
Only thing I would say is probably set your fuel now to your qualifying fuel so you can get out ASAP.
Okay. So remember 42. It's a easy number to remember.
I mean, you could just reload the setup, right?
I mean, I could, but that would be boring.
42. All right.
How much fuel do you think we should have for quali? 18?
What's the usage?
It's 2 litres a lap.
Bang on 2 liters a lap.
That's what it says. Yep.
About you've got to warm up your tires. 10 liters. That then gives you an out lap, 1 smooth lap, 1 smoother lap, and then 2 really quick but fast ones. And RTG's allowed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So you'll probably run out of fuel just as you cross the line on your last lap.
Cool. Okay. So much fun managing people.
I mean, can't please the world.
This is true. Briefing in 2 minutes. When was that? Was that like a minute ago?
7:48. So yeah, about. Actually, that's no use because
It's not
that
any
doesn't
use,
sync
is
up
it?
to anyone's time.
It doesn't help.
What time is that synced up to?
I don't know, but I think that means it was 2 minutes ago. Because it's
Oh,
9:12
okay.
and it's now 19:14. So, oh man, what is everyone doing up there? That can't be right.
Huh? Who are you looking for?
5th place, Sophie Aaron 1.
I
can't.
You gotta
pronounce
remember though, it's free practice now, right? And it's gonna go straight into quali. So round about now, is where people would start doing their practice laps.
Yeah.
So that 32.4. Actually, can I, if I click on timetables and then, no, it won't work for me. Will it work for you? Can you go to timetables and then click? Yeah, you can. So it's a bit pixely because you're streaming on Discord. Oh, you're actually streaming in
I'm streaming both.
YouTube now, aren't you?
Yeah. Right. I've got to go briefing.
Yeah, no worries. I end the stream on Discord as well, so it doesn't use as much FPS and stuff.
Right.
Hello everyone, very good evening. Hope you're all well, and welcome to your driver's briefing for this second round of the Morefemaleracers Season 5, powered by Mercedes AMG. Following the track vote that we had during the live stream of round 1, we're now at Brands Hatch. Of course, we'll have a public vote on the stream again this evening. That public vote will go live just after qualifying starts, and whichever track wins that vote will be where we'll go racing in 2 weeks' time for round 3. I won't actually be here for round 3. I have to go away, so I'm not actually going to be present. So instead, somebody you may or may not know from SOP, depending if you've raced with SOP, but Simon Bagus, he'll be taking over race direction for that third round. So I believe he's in here listening to this driver's briefing just to get accustomed to everything, as he'll be head honcho for the third round. But back to tonight. So we're at Brands Hatch then for our second race or second round of the season. Format exactly the same as it was in round 1. Format's not changed. So we've got our 30-minute qualifying session coming up at 1:30, which will be broken up into 3 10-minute segments. So the first 10 minutes will be for our AM drivers. That's those drivers with the red number plate on the leaderboard. So you'll have the first 10 minutes of the session to yourselves. The middle 10 minutes will then be for those in the silver class, and in the final 10 minutes for those in the pro class. A reminder that during your dedicated class qualifying segment, that if you begin a lap with enough time on the clock, you can continue the lap. So for example, if you're in the AM class and you begin a lap with 20 minutes and 1 second to go, then you can carry on and finish that lap before having to come back into the pits. However, if you were to cross the line with less than 20 minutes to go, then your qualifying session is over and you need to be returning to the garage. I'll be keeping an eye along with the stewards on who's driving. So last time out at Nürburgring, I put a little text message into the chat to say, that that you're on your final lap of your qualifying segment, and I will do that today as well. And I will inform if any drivers have crossed with too little time and need to RTG. Brief mention of RTG while I'm on the subject is that it is allowed, but please make sure that you are pulling off of the track to do so. Please don't stop on the track, especially here at Brands Hatch. It's not a wide track. There's basically only one car's width halfway round. So please make sure you're pulling off onto the grass, stop the car safely, and then use return to garage. Once qualifying's done, we'll then all line up onto the grid for the race. Full formation up at the circuit, and then we go 30-minute racing. No pit stops or anything in either of the races throughout the entire championship. It's just two 30-minute races of flat-out racing. In the first one, the starting order will be determined by where you're qualifying. And then for the second race, the starting order will be where you've finished in the first race. Let's think back to Nürburgring. The first race was not great, if I'm honest. A bit too many contacts, but to be expected, you know. We are a series here in morefemaleracers where we've got a lot of drivers who maybe are whether it be brand new to the series or brand new to ACC, brand new to sim racing as a whole. We've got a whole big mix of ability, and mistakes will happen. Somebody actually posted already earlier in the chat about was a video of the pros having a big crash at Brands Hatch, which I think was actually from this year, if I'm not mistaken. So the pros do it. So, you know, crashes and mistakes are expected plenty in a series such as this. That being said, I would hope to see that we get maybe some cleaner and better racing as the season goes on. So hopefully in this round we'll see some less mistakes and some better driving all round than we saw at Nürburgring. We did already see an improvement between race 1 and race 2 at Nürburgring, so hopefully we'll continue that trend and we'll get some better racing here today. Brands Hatch, of course, is as I'm sure you've seen as you're driving around, it is a tight and twisty track. I was actually surprised it won the vote. I thought, in my opinion, I thought Silverstone was going to win by a mile. How wrong I was. So Brands Hatch is a tight and twisty track. There are not that many overtaking opportunities here, so you do have to be patient. You do have to bide your time, and you do have to at times just try to settle in, be the car behind, and try and apply some pressure to the car in front to make a mistake. Now, we know in this series that these mistakes do happen maybe more often than they do in other competitions. So, you know, try and use that to your advantage by just applying a little bit of pressure might force the car in front into a mistake and you can take the position rather than trying to force a move that isn't really on, which is something that you do see a lot here at Brands Hatch, but it doesn't end well, not usually. So this is a good lesson today of how can you sit behind and try and apply pressure to the car in front to make a move rather than trying to force an issue that isn't really there. Of course, corners that stand out as real hot spots for incidents is turn 1 and 2, especially turn 2. I've seen many wrecks there, so please let's take care going into that tight hairpin. It is really tight, and you know, try and give as much room as you can. If you're trying to go 3 wide through that hairpin, it's not going to work. You should really be ever 2 wide. But really, sort of the first 4 corners are all pretty dangerous if you sort of going 2 or 3 wide. So try and just settle into a single file formation as soon as you can, and it will be safe, and you can carry on with the rest of your race without any more problems. Remember that when race 1 ends, the server does have to close, so I can build the entry list for the second race. It was brought up by somebody at the end of Nürburgring if the second race could have the grid being ordered by class. For this race, I have actually looked into it and I have found a way that I can do that a little bit quicker, but that won't be implemented in this race or in this round. But it is something that I will, mainly because I've got the reclass allocations to do at the end of this round. So I want to leave the format exactly as it was for Nürburgring. After this round, I'll sort of during this week or next week, I'll resort the classes as I see fit. And then I also will then poll you all if we will change that race 2 to be ordered by class or not. But for now, that's not a matter for this evening. That's a matter for going into the third round. So for this evening, it will be that wherever you finish in race 1 is where you're going to be starting on the grid on race 2, regardless of your position in the class. So that's it from me this evening. I do wish you all the best of luck in the races and in the qualifying. If you have any questions, please pop them into the Discord. Other than that, best of luck. And I won't speak to you in round 3. I'll speak to you in round 4. Ta-ra for now.
Hey, I'm back.
Ew.
Did you hear any of that?
I did.
Was it wonderful?
It was.
Ah, good.
Ignore most of what he said. We're sending it everywhere.
Yep, I thought so.
Go easy. Wow. Who is this guy?
Who's going to be on pole? It looks very obvious, doesn't it, at the moment?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if don't know if Gobi's running race pace. She might be, you know.
Who knows? It's hard to tell, isn't it?
I mean, do you think she's a second down?
No. Not at this circuit. It's so short. A whole second would be ridiculous.
True. We'll see, won't we? It'll be an interesting thing. It's also worth to note real quick, if we have a look, out of all the silvers, apart from Sophie, you're close to a 23 in Sector 2, so your Sector 2 is very strong compared to the rest of the field, so that's probably where we're going to make a lot of moves on people, a lot of catching on them, so it's also one of the hardest places to overtake. Why do we vote Brands again?
Because Silverstone's boring, that's why.
I know, it is boring. It's easy to overtake at Silverstone now.
Yeah, but it's boring. Who wants to do sim racing and then go to a boring track? I don't.
It's true. I mean, I've just signed up to like 5 leagues that all have Silverstone on their calendar.
Nice, well done.
Yeah, I mean, I forgot that Silverstone existed, to be honest.
But hey, at least it's so easy to overtake.
In a Porsche.
Yeah, no.
Straight line speed. Who needs that, right?
It's going to have to be your drop round, isn't it?
There's Bathurst is on there as well, so that's going to have to be a drop round.
Yeah. There we go. Right, so half a second she's made up.
Yeah, I think as well that was like a second lap.
Yeah.
So, only going to get fast. Rose has just improved as well.
Okay. 31-1.
The best ever record, right, is, where is it? Let me get it up. So I was looking at like what the low field motorsport stuff was, right? The stats on that.
Yep.
I think the best quali lap in a Merc GT4 was a 32.0, I think.
Okay.
So these two at the top are
Going quicker.
Yeah, they're smashing it.
Wow, okay.
Where we were, Brad Thomas, so Brad Touch, GT4, car laps, fastest qualifying laps by car. Merc AMG GT4, sorry, a 131.9. So yeah, they are
Wow.
shifting.
That's insane. I will be back in 2 minutes.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Right, so 10 litres you said, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, I had 12 to be safe. But we'll go,
Fair enough.
we'll go with 10.
Do you know about the whole tyre temperature return to garage thingy? Even though the tyres are cold anyway, it'll be less heat.
No?
Just before you go out, click drive, then escape, return to garage, and then drive again.
Okay, gotcha.
And then go out.
Alright.
They'll still be cold, but they won't be as cold. Like right now, they're just temps are just dropping constantly.
Yeah.
And screw that. They're cold enough as they are, you know.
Can you do the same if you go to setup and then change your tyre set before you go out?
You
Does that
can
not
do
it?
that, yeah, but like right now, the car is now the tires are temps are starting to drop now.
Oh yeah, I don't mean do it now. I mean like literally
Oh right,
just before you go out.
yeah, you can do. I mean, I think it takes the same time for waiting for the mechanics to get the car ready screen
Okay.
than it is to go drive, escape, return to garage, drive.
Gotcha.
But whichever one works, just don't drive out there without doing that.
Right. Hey JR, thank you. I'll do my best.
Who's going to take it for Am, though? That's my question. Is it going to be Cammy or Azzy?
If it's not Cammy, something is amuck.
Well, at the moment, the sectors are all over the place. 6th has purple first.
Wow.
Cammy in 3rd has purple middle. And then 4th has purple 3rd, so...
I think it'll be Cammy.
Okay.
And I think she'll out-qualify a lot of the silvers. But we'll see. It's exciting.
Yeah, we'll see. They've got about 4 minutes now. And they're on their 3rd flying, so I'm guessing tyres probably about now will be up to temp. Well, be warm, at least. Yeah, there we go, 33.2 from Azzy. It's not a bad am time, actually, 33.2.
Yeah. Looks like Cammy's in traffic. So yeah, maybe I'm all bets are off now. Now she's got stuck in traffic. I don't think it will be her.
You reckon? Might give her a good tow down the straights, though. We'll see.
Who's she behind?
Number 11,
Robertson.
that's...
Charlotte. Okay. Yeah, that's not going to be a quick time. You need to back down, Cammy. Make some space. Do the pro strap.
Yeah, there she goes.
Yeah.
Either she backed down or
Oh,
she had a bit of a wobble.
Has she stopped? I wouldn't have done. No, I wouldn't have done that. Now you've got to go out
onto the grass.
Yeah. She had the space. She just needed to drop back a bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a look on the replay, see what happened. Oh, she just stopped?
Fair enough.
As he's in the 32s.
Yeesh.
When will we have the queue in pit lane? That's my question.
I think they'll all go out with a minute to go. Maybe 30 seconds. I'm waiting. I'm not up for that.
I was gonna say at Nobu Room we didn't go out straight away. We waited a bit and it worked out fine for us. You can see chat this time as well, right?
I can see chat.
Woo!
Yeah, so I could see it last time, but my mic was not. Could I see chat last time?
No,
Yeah.
I had to read the chat out to you for race 1. And then race 2 you sorted it, you got chat back up.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was not appearing. Cammy's, look at that, that's close.
That's very close. This is going to be Cammy's last lap.
Go on, Cammy, you can do it.
Oh, that's not a good exit. She's 0.05 down.
Yeah.
How much she need? Oh, literally just like a 10th.
Yep.
Oh. No!
Oh.
She was up 0.05.
Oh man. That's tough.
That would have been pole. Oof. You do the tires thing, by the way?
Yep.
Sweet, sweet, sweet. Right. Yeah, just take 2 laps to build up to it. Yeah, this first lap, try not to slide the car as much.
You've been talking to Pixley?
Funnily enough, we had a chat last night after you left. We were both chatting until midnight. Yeah, I was gonna say, you know what, just brake warm all the way this lap, and we'll build as much as a gap to these ahead. Alright, let's go. Should just, again, take this one a little bit easy, brake a little bit earlier than normal. And we sort of just want to build ourselves up to it. Okay, this lap, do sort of your start hitting your markers now. Nice.
Shit.
It's okay. Keep this going because we can see roughly where this lap would have put us. So don't try to push over your marks, just hit them again this lap because it was a good lap. Nice. Oh yeah, we got 2 minutes. Nice. So yeah, we should be good. You your invalid lap that you did before you set that actual lap would have put you pole. So no, don't be mad. We know you've got the pole time there. You've done a good banker over 32.7. So third, fourth is still a good banker lap. You've got nothing to lose now, realistically. You're in a good position to start the race with the 2 silvers ahead of you. You can now push 100% with nothing to lose, alright? So if you cut a corner, you bin it in the wall, there's no pressure now. You've got that lap set. You also don't have time to let your tyres warm up, so you're going to have to just give them shit.
Yep. tyres won't run
It's
up
fine.
to it at the start.
Acosta didn't beat you, so again, it's still P3 in class. That's a good starting point. That is inside as well, so we'll take that. Well done.
Cheers.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of stressed a little bit that you were gonna invalidate that other one as well, and then it would have been sort of a down to that last lap, but
Yeah. Well, that one that I
you
got
did-
in,
done pretty well.
I was being safe. So
Yeah, I wanted to tell you to, because you had a really good first sector. Like a really good first sector. In fact, you went purple first sector, so when you were going down that straight, I wanted to say just be careful around this last sector, but I then didn't want you to like fully be like, yeah, I'll back out of these corners. I still wanted you to push.
yeah.
But your first sector was, you were flying.
Cool beans. Yeah, I reckon like it might have been better to put more fuel in and just do one run. But it's easy to say that in hindsight.
Yeah, the 2.1 fuel per lap, it ended up being.
Okay.
So that extra 0.1 per lap, ate into it. If we would have put, if you would have went with like something like 11 liters or the 12 liters that you put in, we would have been fine. You would have had one extra lap.
Okay.
But I thought it was bang on 2 liters per lap. So that's my bad.
It's all good. Are we definitely okay with 42 litres for the race?
I will do the math real quick.
I think we should be.
I mean, Pixie was the one that did the maths, right? So.
Yeah.
How long's the race?
30 minutes.
Okay. How much fuel do you have?
How much do I have?
Yeah, like how much were you going to put in the car?
42.
Okay. Put 46 liters in the car.
Okay. Yep. Right, I'm just going to go for a bathroom break.
Yeah, no worries.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hello. Is your food arrived?
Yeah, it's sort of, I ate some of it, and then the rest of it I've just put in the oven,
Okay.
and I'll eat after the race.
Fair. What's going on with Hazel? 2.5 seconds down.
Yeah, I could tell you. So, where is she, Hazel? What car number? 17. She's on her own, so no traffic. Let's sit on board. Let's have a look.
Maybe like she genuinely needs to do 500 laps.
But that's the thing, though, isn't it? Like, the more practice you do for one event, the faster you get. So if you don't then equate that, you know, continuously have that same amount of practice throughout the calendar, you drop.
Yeah. That's why I don't practice that much. Because I just think, fuck it, if this is my level, then this is my level. I would get better if I practiced more, but also...
It's a lot of effort.
yeah, and it's boring. I do sim racing because it's fun. If it starts to feel like work, I'm not doing it anymore.
I mean, technically it is work for you, though, isn't it? In a sense.
Yes and no. Like my actual job is in sim racing, but it isn't sim racing.
Yeah, okay.
And
Because they say in it, you shouldn't have your favourite hobby as a job, because then your love for it sort of dies.
yeah, exactly. My actual job is like completely different to actually doing sim racing.
Yeah, I get you. I'm not gonna lie, but Hazel, the car, I've never seen a Merc look so twitchy before in my life.
Really?
And I kind of want to know what the setup is, because I want to know how that rotation is happening. We've been trying everything to get rotation like that, to get it that twitchy.
What colour car is it on your screen?
What, hers?
Yeah.
It's like a...
I've got it. It's pinky purple.
For me, it's black,
Ah.
blue, and purple. I don't have any other liveries.
It's black at the back. And it's purpley pink
Yeah.
at the front. Ooh.
Ah, yeah.
Jesus.
I've got a feeling she hasn't practiced.
You think? This is not the way.
This is not the way.
Oh dear.
Wow. Okay.
Alright, if anyone's going to get involved in incidents, I feel like it might be her.
I mean, this grid is messed up. Weirdly enough, I don't see how promotion or demotion would work, because we've got people that were really quick that are now at the back, and we've got people that were at the back now at the front.
Yeah.
Hard to tell.
And where's Acosta? Oh, she's right behind me.
Yeah.
Others.
But Acosta is on the outside, you're on the inside into turn 1 and turn 2, so you basically have advantage. And I ain't gonna lie, but Rose, Rose is rapid here.
Yeah, she's going to disappear, I think.
So all fueled up.
Maybe.
Yeah, 40. Was it? We said 46. 46 liters.
46. Yep. Yep, we're all good.
Good, good.
I'm at the sharp end again. I didn't mean it. I want to go home now.
You're fine. You'll be fine. I need to maneuver the camera now into the basically the kill cam.
Oh god.
I'll make sure not to shout, "Oh my god!" this time as well if an absolute bowling ball appears.
Cheers, Zivnix. Thank you for that. I'm going to need a bit of luck today, I think. Just a little bit.
So Natalie's starting on the outside, and Celine. Oh, Celine's got the inside.
So just keep it clean, see what happens.
Yeah.
Keep it calm.
Turn 1, like legit, all you've got to do basically is just brake slightly early.
Yep.
Don't even like use the throttle pretty much. Like as soon as you get up and you start to see braking lights, straight off the throttle on the brake.
Yeah.
And sort of just coast and use momentum through the corner.
20 seconds.
Let's go racing. Look at all these black cars. Where's the artistry?
Stay single file.
Did you download the livery
No,
pack?
no,
I was gonna say.
I never do.
Well, after going all through the hassle, by the way, of uploading the livery for the Porsche, they were on none of the broadcasts.
Well, they're not.
Nah, it was fuming. I got a lot of airtime in one of them as well.
Oh
Same with Michael's Bentley. There was no livery on that. It's disgusting. I just remember as well with the brake disc warming up, if it starts to go a little bit sort of yellow orangey, that's your time to stop.
Yep.
Right, good luck.
Cheers.
Just remember as well, it doesn't matter if we lose 2 or 3 or 4 positions at the start, as long as we keep in between these white lines.
Yep.
Green line, go, go, go. Car on the left.
That's a good line. Acosta's on the outside. Still there.
Clear on the left.
Still there, you're good. You're good. Still on the outside. Still on the outside.
Clear on the left. Car on the right.
You're fine. You're good. You're good. Sorry.
Clear on the right. Car on the right.
Outside, you got the running clear. Tuck back into the slipstream. It's okay. We're still moving. And I think it was the tiniest hit, so you won't get much damage.
Yeah.
Okay, lap 1 done. Nice. Nice, nice, nice.
Flag in sector 3. Car on the left.
Nice, stay there.
She braked so early there.
Yeah, no, it's fine. You're all good. You're all good. Don't worry about behind. That's Izzy. She's class down. So regroup, relax a bit, deep breath, and then let's focus about catching the car ahead. Again, try to get back in rhythm, hit your marks again.
Run up lane. The fastest lap so far.
feel like this is a solid lap. Fair play.
Well done, mate. That's our fastest lap. Yellow flag in sector 3.
Stay in that slipstream. Stay in that slipstream. Remember, she brakes early for this one as well.
I think I need to put her off a little bit.
That's fine. You being here is going to put her off in like a couple laps time. You just stay on her back bumper, that radar is going to continuously go off in the red arrow and she's going to freak out. It also gives us some time to view exactly where she's weak so we can set something up. We're not losing out to a cluster behind either. The gaps sort of stay the same when we're pulling away, so we're in no rush. Yep, take this normal, slip into that slipstream, and you should be alongside going into that corner.
Car on the right.
Brake early for this one, okay?
Clear on the right.
Get the drive out, and you know she brakes early for this one. You're doing well, Denise. She is defending pretty well, I will admit. You're doing well, though. Stick onto the back of that bumper.
Car on the right. Gaining on the car ahead in sector 3. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Stick to your line.
Car on the right.
Fuck!
Clear on the right.
It's okay, keep going.
Car on the right.
That was an awkward one. I'm not sure if she like lifted off.
Pretty sure she braked in the middle of the fucking corner. Fuck's sake.
It's alright. Race goes on. Still 17 minutes left, and there's still another race to go after this one. Like you said in my Twitch chat on this straight, do your calming thing, please. Nice, send it.
Clear on the left.
Nice, good, good, good. Okay, again, get back in your rhythm, hit your marks. Don't worry about behind. Acosta in clean air is running like low 33s. You've got loads of pace.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
Can't believe it, man.
Side, death happens.
Got it halfway mark. Keep
This is good pace, Pope.
So you are slowly gaining to Sophie up ahead.
Okay. Oh man, it's hot in here.
Hey Sophie, that last lap did a 33.1. Do you reckon we can get back into the low 33s, maybe even high 32s?
I'm trying.
Car feeling okay?
Yeah, it's not really doing what I want it to, but it's okay.
.33.6 from Sophie. Nice 33.1. Good lap, solid lap. But it seems that even if your delta's red and it's 0.3, you're still catching Sophie. It's okay, don't worry about it.
I got 10 seconds for that.
Yeah, it seems a bit harsh.
That's fucking
10
ridiculous.
seconds.
She fucking brake tested me. Or at least she slowed down in the middle of the fucking corner.
Yellow flag in sector
So, doing math currently, and as it stands, we would only lose 2 positions.
Okay. Which really fucks me up.
pressure loss on the right rear.
I mean, coming 4th still pretty decent. That sets us up well again for the second race, race 2. So let's just aim about finishing this race now, and we'll look for race 2 to do even better. These are some good, consistent laps, by the way. These low 33s, you'd be knocking them in left, right, and centre.
Can you have a look on the Discord and find out how to appeal?
Yep, we'll do. I can appeal for you if you would like to.
Yep.
Okay.
It was barely a tap.
Leader has finished the race.
Kind of funny. The car you hit and got a 10-second penalty for just got a 10-second penalty for causing the collision. Solid race though. That should be, if my maths is correct, P4 still. I hope my maths are correct.
Okay. So we were 10 seconds ahead of P... I don't know.
P11, technically, yeah.
The next silver. Was that the car that I took out?
Yeah. No. The
Oh.
car you took out finished in P22.
Okay.
That's fine, P4 still. Bag that. What do you want me to write down for the reasoning on why are you appealing?
Car ahead braked in the middle of the corner. I don't know actually, but that's what it felt like. And it was like the minor tap and she fucking spears off in the other direction. I don't think so.
Yeah, it was weird. The car like snapped left, so then she put a shit ton of counter steer lock in.
Because I slowed down.
And that's why it snapped right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I lifted off as soon as contact was made to try and like let her go, and she just fucking speared off in the other direction. Like, what can I do?
Yeah, so the tap happened, she got on the power just as that happened, so then the slide occurred. She freaked out, counter steered, and then it whipped around on her to the right. I mean, if I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it's worth appealing this one.
Okay, even if they put the penalty down to 5 seconds, does that make any difference? It doesn't,
No.
does it? Okay,
No.
alright, leave it. I'm just fucking disgusted.
It's fine. P4.
Yeah, but we were P2. Like, that was fucking easy. I'm not being funny.
True. But it just means that this race 2 now, we can come out and proper fucking give us some beans, you know?
Yeah.
We'll put this race behind us, don't worry about it. The I ain't gonna lie, yeah, the 10 seconds does seem harsh. I think appealing the 10 seconds and knocking it down to 5, again, it doesn't really make any difference in position, unfortunately.
Yep. That's cool then.
The what I will say though is your lap times was solid.
Yep.
That's something to take out of it. Really good lap times. You were catching Sophie there near the end. So I'm gonna say it, and you might hate me for saying it. You've got pace to win.
Yeah, that's what annoyed me, because I mean, I made a mistake and I did hit her. But aside from that, if I just got past her, I could have chased Sophie, put the pressure on.
Yep.
And I think she may have made a mistake, she may not have, I don't know. But that's the gutting thing.
Yeah. She was running in high 33s. You two were trading lap times every now and then, but once you sort of got into a rhythm, you were quicker than her continuously, so you were closing that gap.
Yeah.
The problem is yeah, the racing aspect. You know, I don't really expect her to move out your way. Are battling for a podium, but it's also a little bit annoying the GT4 cars because you can't. GT4s are brands, like you can't overtake in GT3s really realistically on this track.
Yeah. Do you think I should have been more patient?
I mean, not
I wasn't,
really.
the thing is, I wasn't going for
You
a
wasn't
move.
doing anything. Yeah, you wasn't exactly being aggressive. I don't think you. I think asking could I be more patient is the wrong thing to ask.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything to ask. It's just a racing incident. Realistically, one of those things that you couldn't really. You were too close to react.
Yeah.
So it just tends to be like that. I think she was a tough shell to crack. She was handling the pressure really well.
Yeah.
Like, fair enough. Wasn't really expecting that. I thought, 2-3 laps behind them, they'd make a mistake, go wide, and you'll be on your way. But yeah, it kind of showed it. That the top racers seem to handle pressure pretty well.
Yeah. Was it Esmeralda van den Out?
It was.
Okay.
Yeah, car 15.
Can we blame it on netcode? Server issues.
Yeah, sure. Oh, you were in VR, weren't you?
I'm genuinely wondering if that's what it could be. Like, was there a bit in netcode that was just bouncing the car back and forth a little bit, and that's why it looked like, or it felt like, she was braking when maybe she wasn't.
Maybe a little bit of rubber banding came into play. I couldn't really see anything major, but when you're that close, the slightest bit happens.
Yeah. Should have just backed off.
I mean, not really. You were doing the right thing. She took a narrow long, you took a late one, so you had to get on the power early because you wanted that drive out. And she was holding the apex tight to block you from doing that. So it's one of those things where it's like, again, like I said, it's a racing incident. You were doing what you had to do, and she was doing what she had to do. It's just unfortunate that it came to that sort of bit.
Yeah. This is a stupid game.
I mean, it could be worse. Could be Gran Turismo.
I mean, it could be worse. We could have, like, got spun out, died, not finished.
That's what I mean. We kept it in between the white lines.
We got P4 even with a 10-second penalty. Actually, that's
Exactly.
pretty decent.
Yeah. I was trying to tell you at the end that P4 is decent.
I'm just thinking about points, you know. Because
It's round 2.
Yeah, but still.
I know, but anything, I would say, right, if you can finish in the top 6 in the first 3 rounds in both races, then the last couple rounds is where we look for, okay, you need to finish in these spots, you need these exact points. Right now it's just all about going out and competing races.
Yeah.
And with the pace that you have, we can figure out roughly whereabouts you're going to finish, and that will be decent for us, you know? Like, annoyingly, if I knew how hard the person ahead of you was going to defend, I was probably going to wait about 2 more laps and tell you, okay, you know what, we'll take P3. Don't do anything too aggressive.
Yep.
Just sit behind her and coast, because I cost her behind if she pretty much nearly binned herself off like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah. Well, that's the only reason I
So-
got past her is because she went wide at
Yeah.
2-1.
Yeah.
I was having that. Freebie.
Pure pace alone, what do you mean?
It was pace alone. I mean, she didn't get back past, did she?
No. In fact, you pulled a 1.2 second gap, I believe.
Yeah.
So, you've got a bit more work to do, but you've got the pace for it.
Yeah. Can you see what time the appeal form is open till?
Yeah, sure. Some great protests. Well, in fact, it doesn't really say.
Okay. Do not worry then. That's the answer to that.
Yeah, no, it doesn't appear to be any info on when it closes.
Like, Mia got hers turned over, even though it was like a stone cold penalty.
Yeah.
I do a little tiny boop and get 10 seconds. Yay. Like, I need to stop complaining about that now.
Yeah,
Let's go.
It's a new race, right? Oh, there's gonna be a reform, I believe. There's a few people out of position.
Okay.
30 seconds. 20 seconds.
Yeah, abandoned. Okay.
Stay single file. Low tire pressure. Stay away from curbs.
So we're doing it, or oh no, it's service down.
Yeah, nah.
Well, that was handled then.
Good race start.
Cheers. Just a little burnout.
Right. Be aggressive on this one, on the restart. So depending on how well of a jump you get, if you're level with the car on the inside, try and sort of brake on your mark, maybe a little bit later, and try and hold it around the outside.
Yep.
I'm gonna assume they're gonna go cautious and hold the inside line, brake a little bit early, etc.
Yep.
If we can get that, that'll be decent around the outside into turn one. Oh, tell you what, right? I didn't miss this when they were doing it on the super sprints. And they were loading up the fucking top 10 reverse grid. We'd sit here for 20 minutes.
Yeah, there must be an easy way to do it. That way he's going to haunt me.
I mean, realistically, you get a race JSON file, right? So you just take that already has the finishing positions of everyone. And surely you input that into the new one, right? I don't really know, but
I mean, you'd have thought so, but who knows? I've never done it before, so.
yeah, I was kind of just chatting gibberish at that point.
I have seen like the ACC server handbook, and it does look quite complicated.
Oh, I'll stay very far away. I can barely manage my tire pressures.
I know, right? Same. Get someone else to do it for me.
I love that. You get someone who's terrible at tire pressures to handle your tire pressures.
No, you see, I mean, you're better than me, so that's all I need.
And then Saturday, you were doing math for me,
I was.
and I'm terrible with math. and I think you said you were terrible with math.
I am. I'm bloody awful. I'm alright if I can like write it down and do it on a calculator and stuff or a spreadsheet. I'm terrible if
Yeah.
I have to do it in my head. And I can't do it while I'm driving at all. It's like, nah.
Oh, there was a few times yesterday as well. So, because I had COVID, my girlfriend had COVID as well. So we were both sort of isolated in my room. And while I was doing that race, she was like trying to get the Alexa to do something,
Uh-huh.
and it was connecting to my phone every time.
Oh no.
And I'm like, okay, I'll like disconnect my Bluetooth or whatever, and I'm trying to like swipe on my phone whilst driving Kailami and trying to disconnect from the Bluetooth. And the gloves, the Simham gloves, just wasn't working properly on the screen, so I was just getting pissed off.
I wondered what that was.
But yeah, I was a little bit pissed.
I heard. The whole stream heard.
Oh, I thought I was muted.
No.
Oh no.
There's definitely some effing in there.
I mean, there's always some effing, I guess.
True. It was like proper shouty effing though. It was
Oh right,
most
yeah. I
entertaining.
thought I was muted. That's embarrassing.
It's all good. It was funny.
I'm glad you found it funny. I was very stressed.
I do think like sim racing is like one of the most stressful things, especially like even a race like that. Never mind doing what 8 hours or 6 hours at a time.
Yeah, like the annoying thing is it could be so stress free if I lived on my own or something, it'd be stress free. But because I live with like my mum, stepdad, girlfriend stays around a couple times. My brother comes back. There's a lot of people just in and out of my room sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like when I'm doing a racing, they're like, "Oh, it's just a game." I'm like,
No.
no, you don't understand. You need to get out of my room right now and stop talking to me and get out. Just, well, I need to know where this is. I'll tell you in like 3 hours' time when the race is done. Please get out of my room.
Yeah, just wait. It's fine.
I'm debating actually. That's a thought. I might just put a lock on my door.
Have you got the YouTube stream open? Not mine, the official one.
No, I'll throw it up now.
Can you see if there's a track vote?
You sure?
I don't know when they do it. I think they do it at the end, but I'm not sure. I'm interested to see what the options are.
Paul Ricard or Imola?
Oh Jesus. Imola. Every day Imola.
Paul Ricard's pretty decent, man.
No, if we do Paul Ricard, I'm fucked. I don't know it. I've literally done one race at Paul Ricard ever.
Fair enough.
Ever. Seriously, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know which way it goes.
I'm kind of like that with Suzuka, and that's. Oh, someone just looped it in front of you.
Yeah, I think they did that on purpose. That's a nice looking car, actually. It suits that colour.
What, that green?
Yeah.
It's weird, isn't it? Like, cause
It's nice.
when the sun's not on it, it looks black.
I
Like
don't think
a-
that's black. I think that's green. Because it's a
No,
bit
I mean,
shiny
like-
as well.
Yeah, like when the sun's on it, it looks like green. But when it was in the shade, it looked like a
Oh, okay.
dark grey.
Maybe it was metallic then. Yeah, I hope everyone votes similar. If you're in chat and you're watching this,
I mean, it's winning at the moment.
okay, let's hope it stays that way.
66%.
Okay. Right, 46 litres, let's go.
Okay.
Did you see how much fuel I had left at the end?
Yeah, I believe you crossed the line with about 2 laps of fuel.
Okay, that's cool.
I think it ticked over to 1 just as you went through turn 1.
Nice.
And I'm pretty sure your pressures were pretty decent as well, so all you got to do is just drive at this point.
Just drive.
Just drive.
There's a Lana Del Rey song called Just Drive, I think.
Is it?
I think so.
30 seconds.
I don't know if that's what it's actually called, but she definitely says Just Drive.
So we know
Oh,
the
no,
lyrics
no,
at
no.
this moment
It's
in
not
time.
drive, it's ride. Like,
Oh, just ride.
yeah, it's different. Sorry. I know it was something that was like that.
I mean, that's pretty similar.
Yeah, it's close enough. It's a good song. If you like that sort of thing.
I can't say I've listened to
Stay
be fair.
Not ever.
I don't think so.
Wow.
I love all the slides that everyone just did pulling away there. That was cool. Alright, here's the plan. Here's the plan, Chief. You ready?
Yep.
So, behind are 2 AMs, so not expecting them to challenge you. Acosta and April ahead, they're not that consistent, they're not that quick. So I think a bit of pressure on them, they're going to bin it, or they'll fight with each other and bin each other. Sophie, you've got the pace to catch Sophie, so realistically, I think go aggressive on the start into turn 1.
Yep.
And then from turn 2 outwards for the rest of the race, just be patient, take our time behind them. Hit your marks, let them make mistakes, and we will capitalize on that.
Okay. So Carlswad is on my inside, right?
Yep, you'll be outside for turn 1.
Okay. Don't know what her starts are like.
Race 1, she had a really poor start.
Okay.
So did Acosta, to be fair. I mean, hopefully Acosta can get ahead of Sophie. That would be amazing. Because that would slow everyone down, that would bunch them all up.
Go in double file.
Okay, good luck.
Cheers.
Green light. Go, go, go. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Nice, nice. Follow April through.
Car on the left.
find your thank you gun. It was a checkup that wasn't on you. Try and bump April, like give her a bump on the back. A little bit of bump draft, follow her through. Okay, not now.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
It's alright, a lot of cars, be careful.
Box, we have to repair the car.
Shit, we're fucked. Sorry, I wasn't thinking that.
It's okay. You're clear.
Box is flat, we have to repair the car.
If race restarts were a thing, I think it'd be a good call for one. Because that was the entire field.
Be careful. Box, we have to repair the car.
What's the damage?
At 130.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie, that move you did though, if you held it off, you were an overlap at apex. So it would have been a legit move on both of them.
Yeah, well that's what I thought, and then it just went wrong. It looked like she braked and moved very slightly, not in a, just like accidentally.
Yeah, it's weird because the contact came after the apex, right? So it was on exit, it looked like.
Yeah, it was.
So I couldn't really tell where the spin came from though, whether, because it looked like the contact happened exactly side to side rather than it being like on the front or the back.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know why the car just reacted in a full-on spin. That was a bit weird. But no, legit, I thought that was a... I was about to say, if you pulled that shit off, like, I was gonna clap, standing ovation, because that would have been a 2-for-1. Insane move.
Ugh, no point.
Hang on a minute though, is it nil point? Let me check if fastest lap gains you any points.
It does, but O'Ronlin's still in, isn't she? Oh mate,
Ah,
I've not had an accident like that in fucking years. Got it.
it's alright. At least it's still early doors. At least this happened at like, you know, round 2 rather than what, like round 6 where you're fighting for the championship.
True.
Come on, let's go.
But that first incident on turn 1, Sophie checked up, April hit the back of her, then it made her come to a dead stop, then you hit the back of her, came to a dead stop, person behind. It was typical hairpin-esque traffic jam.
I'm getting so many penalties. I bet.
I've got a funny feeling it's going to be a drive-through.
I mean, you did say be aggressive on that point, right?
I did up to turn 2.
Ah, fuck.
But I mean, that's cool. The move was ambitious, I will admit. You almost pulled it off, which was shit hot. That would have been fucking wicked. I was a little bit stunned to speak. Because at first I thought, she's going to turn in, you're going to hit the back, and GG, well played. But then you were side by side at Apex, and I was like, holy shit, Pope's going to pull off a fucking 2-for-1 here. What a move! And then out of nowhere, that weird door-to-door contact happened, and then you've just spun, and I was like, that's not how physics work. The P12 is 1 point, so we're currently in P13, so it is nil points. Car ahead has 10-second penalty though, so we move up 1, so that's 1 point.
Yeah.
Alex exiting the pit on jam. Gaining on the car ahead in sector 2.
You are gaining on a few other silvers that are currently stuck in AM traffic, so I think we might be able to pick up a few points depending how the AM traffic sort of treats us. Maybe. They're still there. You're good. Well held.
Fuck's sake. I don't know how I held that.
I saw the throttle go and you were drifting that. You watched Fast and Furious. So, right, you could appeal that first incident now, right? And go, I wiped out half the grid and you've given me a 15-second penalty. I lightly tap a car in the rear, not even realizing, and you've given me a 10-second penalty.
You're on the left.
Something doesn't seem to add up, really.
No.
Cars had to take the bait, watch out. Losing to the car ahead in sector 1.
Oh, Yvonne's got a drive-through as well for speeding. Oh, hold on a minute. 1, 2, 3. You might be able to pick up 1 point.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
You clear? Oh my days. Where'd you pull that one out from? Good move.
Yellow flag ahead. Watch out, you're flanked. Faster car coming up behind. Watch out. You're at the halfway mark. Keep pushing.
In fairness, I was pretty happy with that.
That was a good move. So the next silver car is 16 seconds up the road, but you are lapping considerably faster than them. I think in order to catch them now, you're going to have to, oh, there we go.
What the fuck is that about?
I'm guessing because of the contact and how their spreadsheet goes, it registers it. So the door-to-door they probably looked at and was like, okay, 15 seconds, and then didn't watch the full replay and see your rejoin.
Oh yeah, the rejoin was sketchy.
I'd serve it this lap, because Yvonne's just served hers.
Okay. Fuck this race, man. Fuck this
It's
whole-
cool.
Fuck it all.
Right, she rolled off.
Generally thought
On
she was going
entry.
to try and race me then.
No, I was on board and her throttle was at like 80%. So she didn't want to lose too much time.
Cool.
I kind of want to rewatch the incident because I don't know if that 15-second for the first initial contact is justified.
Wait, you're spectating, aren't you?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
So yeah,
replay.
go ahead and watch.
I would appeal that, but at the same time, I feel like I've appealed many similar things with SimGrid stewards before, and I've had just a huge ass bitchy arguments with them.
Okay.
So I'll say I'll let you watch it and let you decide whether you want to appeal it, because from my understanding, if you have an overlap before the apex, you have every right to challenge, and well, you have a shit ton of overlap at the apex.
Was I making the corner?
You were making the corner, yeah. Just so the issue is, because you're taking it narrow and she's coming in on the exact racing line, your paths are going to cross, and it crosses at the apex. But she had plenty of time to straighten her steering out to avoid the contact with you, because you had an overlap for a long time. So it could have been avoided. I think it's harsh for a 15-second penalty. I think if anything, you could classify it as a racing incident. But I do definitely think 15 seconds is very harsh for that.
Okay.
And if it does go through a steward and it gets denied, I would definitely like to have words with that steward to clarify exactly at what point you need an overlap. Because if it's at apex, you had an overlap. If it's at corner entry, you had an overlap.
So basically you were saying that I had the overlap and she turned into me.
Yes.
so frustrated. The rejoin was... I wasn't thinking.
It's alright. Like, we have moments like that. The unfortunate thing that happened was the first car that hit you was offline. They were running wide off the track, which was annoying. But you know, it happens. But at the angle at which they hit you, they punted you straight across into a path of the next Merc, which had nowhere to go. So it's kind of like if that one Merc didn't run wide on sort of corner exit, it wouldn't have been as severe of a crash.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
The dive!
Is that a dive?
I didn't mean it to be, but she moved out of the way, so I was like, fuck it.
If the gap's there, you gotta send it. Jumped on board with Gobi at the moment because they are about to have a last lap battle. Something seems strange.
What do you mean?
Oh my god, what a move. Gobi could have been really aggressive on the last, like, 2-3 corners. Like, they were side by side, and she could have easily have just, like, got her elbows out. But then was, like, super cautious. And then in the last corner, just fucking sent it on Rose. Like, harsh as fuck.
Alright, race is over. Good job, mate. You did your best to bring it back to the pits.
Sorry, dude. We put in so much work to that, and it just capitulated.
That's a funky word I've never heard before. It's alright. We got P4 in the first race, and I think it's not really about race position. It's just about consistency and pace, and you had really good pace. Who dis?
Hello.
Hello.
Bonjour.
I want to cry. I'm not going to, but I want to.
Yeah, I saw.
But what we can take out of it is P4 and also 32s around Brands Hatch and GT4s,
Yeah, that's true.
which is what in the 101% of ACC. So what's next going to be Imola, right?
I hope
Voted,
so.
didn't it?
Is it definitely?
Yeah, I think the voted ended though, right?
I think there's an argument to say I was understeering into her, rather than her turning into me.
True, but also if you have a look at the moment the braking happens, so as she starts to turn in, if you go into like free view cam and look below, the nose on your car is near enough alongside.
I mean, I am making the corner. I'm definitely like taking the line.
Yeah, you would have. I don't think you wouldn't have made the corner. Like that's the line. Just because she's taking a more, well, she's coming in further out. Your lines are gonna cross. But that's what I mean. If you like pause just at the point where the front wheels reaches her back wheels.
Yeah.
I think a little bit back. On the radar, you definitely would have been popped up there, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. But she's already turned in by that point. It's like. So she's turned in by this point.
Yeah.
I'm not alongside enough by that point. I should have stopped. I should have backed out.
Fair enough.
Fucking got it.
then there's this white Merc here that runs wide and hits the back of you.
Alright, so I thought this was an unsafe rejoin. I actually don't think it is. Because I'm not even on the track here. And this car
That's
hits me.
true.
I'm staying off the racing line as much as I can.
Is there any Mercs behind her though that are on those similar lines? No. I mean, yeah, technically you could argue she's off the track. That is a...
So
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm fuck's sake, I get a penalty for that.
You can appeal that. They'll put... What was it? They'll add something like 30 seconds on, I think, is what a drive-through is.
Okay. That was not my fault. Because if that car wasn't there, put it that way, if that car wasn't offline at that point, I'm getting back on the track, nothing's hitting me, and I'm good to go.
I mean, technically you can class them as unsafe rejoin. Because, yeah, if they didn't run wide, you would have made it.
Also, yellow flags. Anyone? Anyone? Yellow flags? Right.
Don't worry about that. Jump on board with Nat. She slows down massively, and the car behind still full throttle.
Fucking hell.
Get that! Hold your brakes. Fuck me. That Merc. Oh, and then more death up here. That Merc reversing down the hill.
I think I'm going to appeal the rejoin one.
I think that's a good call. I didn't realise how far off the track they were.
How do I find out the instant number?
I believe it's...
Instant cheat. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So, 7969. NFA, that's a different one. Okay, there we go. 7999. Unsafe region. Unsafe region. Instant number R210.
Oh. Denise. I just
What?
I just found something. That's right. Don't bite yourself up about this round because there's a drop round.
Is there?
There is.
Okay, that's wicked then.
So this never existed. Delete all evidence. Never existed. All right.
Yeah.
There's a drop round. You're still in 5th place in the championship. So you're still sat comfortably within reach as well. Sophie's now top at the standings with 49 points. You're on 30, so you're only 19 points away.
Okay.
Yeah, don't. It was a rough round, but you lose nothing from it in the championship.
Okay. Well, I've still appealed it because I'm still unhappy.
Yeah, no, that's fine. We got, I think it's 3 appeal tickets that you have.
That's cool. I mean, I never appeal stuff. I literally never appeal stuff. I can't be arsed. But this one, it's not an unsafe rejoin, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I agree. If they're already off the track, how does that work? And you didn't exactly drive into the track, you got hit into the middle of the track.
Well,
So
when I was rejoining, I was turning left to try and minimise the angle onto the circuit, and then all of a sudden I get hit from a car that's
Yeah.
not even on the fucking circuit and has clearly ignored yellow flags. I'm not having it. I'm not happy. Oh man, what a fucking day. Where is the drop round? Where does it say?
the fact that if you go into the standings,
Ah, okay, it's already on there. Cool.
yeah, the dropped result is already on there. So Maya Swenson didn't do any of these, so that's classed as a drop round. So she can't really afford to have any bad results now.
Yeah. Well, she might not even turn up again. She's a bit flaky. Sometimes. Okay, right, standings. Look at that, all crossed out. Ah, isn't that a shame? Well, I'm pretty certain I won't do something that bad again, or with that many consequences. I'll definitely be able to beat 4 and 14th in all the other rounds. I'm confident of that.
Yeah, I agree. Brands shouldn't even be in any other votes, in my opinion. The fact this series went to Brands still shocks me, to be honest. It's a great track, but as Michael said, you can barely fit 2 cars side by side around this track sometimes.
True that.
Imola, it's kind of slightly the same, but a lot more overtaking potential down the straight and a few slower hairpin corners. So yeah, it do be like that sometimes, unfortunately.
I wanna fucking die.
I'm sorry you got caught up in the first lap on the second race. I mean, it wasn't entirely my fault, but I was a big part of it.
Did you see what the fuck happened to me?
I did. I watched it on the replay afterwards.
Camoriano did not even try to brake.
Nope.
I am pissed at that. Unspeakably pissed.
Have you appealed it? Or protested it?
By the time I was out of the game and finished up my stream, protest forums closed.
Ah, fuck.
I don't even know if anything happened about it. I'll need to check. Oh, I have the form up to check whether anything happened about it.
Yeah, I mean, she should definitely get a penalty for not slowing down at all. Because there was cars fucking everywhere. I know, because I was in the middle of it, because I kind of caused it.
Yeah, I mean, just multiple issues happened at once, really. Yeah, no, not even on the fucking form at all.
But it should be, because it was contact, so it gets automatically registered. So they haven't done anything. It's not even...
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Wait. Oh, wait. 997, 168, 19, and 81, lap 1. Noted incident to be investigated by the steward. So maybe that's that?
Possibly.
I'd assume. And considering that's the one that's still under investigation.
Yeah, there's a tick for post-race penalty on it.
I'm going to end the stream here.
Yeah.
Thanks
I see
for
it now.
watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time, whenever that is. Cheers, bye.
Yeah, that was just a mess. Absolute mess. Like, if not